Hello, Jean. Oh, looks like Peter's taking your new car for a spin. You're not worried, are you? I mean, he seems to be managing those keys just fine. So if he damages your brand new car beyond repair, your insurance should cover you for a new one, right?
I think so.
Don't just think you're covered, know you are with GIO Platinum Car Insurance Lifetime New Car Replacement Cover.
Albion and Half Unit Clearance 72-hour sale. Saturday, Sunday, Monday only. 72 hours of deals store-wide. That's 72 hours to save on electrical and computers, furniture and bedding, flooring and bathrooms. The clock is ticking. Don't be late. Albion 72-hour sale ends Monday.
Head to Highgrove Bathrooms for their huge end of financial year sale.
To enjoy up to 50% off on quality designer products in-store or online.
Make it yours at the Highgrove Bathrooms end of financial year sale.
On now.
Raise your game for the NBA Finals with BetEasy. On selected markets, apply the allocated W winnings in your bet slip, and if your bet wins, then W winnings in cash. BetEasy, official partner of the NBA.
The Snooze massive end of financial year sale is on now. Right now, save up to 50% off mattresses, and for this week only, get an extra 10% off ceiling mattresses. Extra 10% off ceiling and Sunday, June 9. Find your comfortable at Snooze.
Out here, you've got to keep it real. Or, in here as well, in the brand new Fair Dinkum shed. Why Fair Dinkum? Because everywhere in Australia, there's a Fair Dinkum Sheds distributor. Plus, all sheds are shed safe for creditors. Fair Dinkum Sheds. Real sheds, real value.
At Nick Scarley, the 2.4-metre bar and dining table, now $15.90. Magnificent Australian red gum, sustainably sourced, $15.90. The Nick Scarley half-yearly clearance, on now.
Kinder Surprise Matoons. Discover 26 animal toys.
Albion and Half Unit Clearance 72-hour sale. Saturday, Sunday, Monday only. 72 hours of deals store-wide. That's 72 hours to save on electrical and computers, furniture and bedding, flooring and bathrooms. The clock is ticking. Don't be late. Albion 72-hour sale ends Monday.
We protect the Earth from the scum of the universe.
You seeing this?
Find the bad guys and pull the trigger. A species called the Hive destroy their enemy from within, even our own agents. Do we have a plan? Sometimes you have to trust your gut. That was awesome! If we could all just look right here.
Just try.
Men in Black International, in cinemas June 13.
The man accused of a deadly mass shooting in Darwin has told a court he's very sorry about what happened. Ben Hoffman also told the judge he needs help as he faces 4 counts of murder.
What appeared to be marks on his face when he was discharged from hospital yesterday were clearly visible today as Ben Hoffman made a dramatic first court appearance via video link. He had bruising and abrasions all over his face as he sat in a prison room flanked by 2 officers. Hoffman spoke up during the brief proceedings, telling the judge, "I do need help. I have asked for help." A few moments later, he raised his voice again. "I'm very sorry about what's happened." The 45-year-old faces 7 charges, including 4 counts of murder, following a shooting rampage through the streets of Darwin on Tuesday night. Hoffman was on parole when he was arrested. Today, it was officially revoked. His lawyer told the court there would be no application for bail. Hoffman is currently being held in isolation in Darwin's Holt's prison, and today in court the judge declared him a high-risk prisoner, ordering the authorities to ensure his around-the-clock protection. The case was adjourned until September, allowing police more time to investigate what was described in court as a complex case into the deaths of 4 people. In Darwin, Damien Ryan, NBN News.
The suspected murders of 3 Hunter girls are being looked at by a new police strike force. 18-year-old Robin Hickey disappeared at Belmont in 1979. 14-year-old Amanda Robinson went missing from Swansea 2 weeks later, while 16-year-old Gordana Kotevsky was abducted from Charlestown in 1994. Strikeforce Arapema will re-examine cases over the coming months.
Community and
When we reflect on these matters, no family deserves to go through what this family's gone through, so this investigation will thoroughly investigate those disappearances.
NBN News journalist Jane Goldsmith will have more on these cases in a 3-part special report starting on Monday night.
Police have been forced to commandeer a barge in a Gold Coast waterway to chase 2 men wanted over a home invasion. The pair dived into the canal as authorities on land and water tracked them down.
Swimming from the law,
Hot pursuit, 2 heroes.
2 men cornered in a canal.
They told us they're the excavator, they could be armed. One was saying he was armed with a firearm and was going to shoot police.
Refusing to surrender, police left with no choice, drawing their weapon first,
It's all on.
pointing the gun at the wanted crims before switching to a taser.
We were chasing them for probably about 10-15 minutes before we got them on board.
Police used Anthony and Warwick's barge to close in on the men, waving the vessel over to shore.
We got the police on board, our fast pursuit vehicle. We hightailed it after them.
They then circled the pair until finally they gave up, exhausted, out of breath, after their 500-metre water dash.
It was too far. It's lucky a bull shark didn't get them. Which is an odd sight, you know, in the Nerang River. Not many people go out swimming there.
Authorities on land were quick to swoop, placing one in custody. Why'd you get in the water?
I wanted to swim.
Was it cold?
Oh, lovely.
The other in the back of an ambulance.
It's extremely frustrating. It seems to be that offenders refuse to surrender when clearly they have no chance, but they'll still push it, and at their own peril.
This is where the men's morning rampage began. The duo targeting this family home, busting their way through the front door and terrorising those inside. They only fled the scene when they heard that police were closing in. They jumped off the pontoon and into the water. The father, his wife and young child thankfully escaped unscathed. Their soggy intruders now behind bars, waiting to learn their fate.
Former NRL player Martin Kennedy has avoided jail for illegally importing and exporting wildlife. Kennedy was sentenced to 700 hours of community service after admitting he shipped animals, including shingleback lizards. He claimed he did it to pay back debts he racked up as he fought a ban for breaching the league's anti-doping policy.
Dragons star Jack de Belin has asked for his appeal against the NRL's no-fault stand-down rule to be fast-tracked. The forward lodged papers today appealing the decision of Federal Court Judge Melissa Perry, who last month backed the new policy. De Belin was stood down after being charged with raping a woman in Wollongong.
A Liberal senator has labelled her own government an appeaser for allowing Chinese warships to visit Australia on the anniversary of the Tiananmen massacre. But any pain her colleagues are feeling at the Barb will be eased by news federal politicians are about to get a pay rise.
After 4 days docked in Sydney, 3 Chinese warships waved goodbye to the harbour city. But the surprise visit on the 30th anniversary of the Tiananmen Square massacre is a bad look in the eyes of New South Wales Liberal Senator Concetta Fierravanti-Wells. She's fired a broadside at her own government, telling the Australian that Scott Morrison's cabinet of group thinkers and those responsible for the decision have sought refuge in appeasement. They were totally outmanoeuvred by Beijing.
I'll just stand back and watch them arguing with each other.
But the opposition leader is happy to go toe-to-toe with the Home Affairs Minister over the police raids on the media.
You're criticising the individual police officers. I think even the police union has been horrified at the words you said.
And in an awkward piece of timing, on July 1, when a Fair Work ruling will see some workers have their penalty rates cut, all federal politicians will get a 2% pay rise. A backbencher's wage rises from $207,000 to over $211,000. The Prime Minister will pick up an extra $11,000 to push his wage over $549,000, and the opposition leader will get $390,000. But with 3 long years in opposition ahead,
I'm on to you, Peter. I'm on to you.
Anthony Albanese will be working hard for his money. Chris Ullman, NBN News.
The ski season officially begins tomorrow, but some resorts in New South Wales have already been open for a week. It's been the biggest start to the season since the year 2000, and reporter Georgia Ma is in Thredbo.
Nothing suits the Queen's birthday long weekend quite like the opening of the Australian ski season. And hasn't Mother Nature just turned it on? There's been 85 centimetres of snowfall here at Thredbo since last week. And that's almost unheard of. There hasn't been this much snowfall before the opening of the season in 20 years. If you jumped on any snow cams in the last 10 days, you would have seen it looked like the middle of summer. There was hardly a patch of snow on the ground. But my, hasn't that changed? The really low temps this week have been ideal for snowmaking to add to the natural falls, and blue skies are predicted this weekend, while the forecast off the slopes is looking just as promising, with celebrations happening all weekend here at Thredbo. They tell me high noon cruises and Friday flats is where you'll want to be riding, while over at Perisher most slopes are up and running.
Georgia Ma reporting there, and now it's over to Gavin Morris for a quick look at conditions closer to home. And Gav, what's in store for the long weekend?
Yeah, well, they'll have to make the most of that snow because it's actually going to really warm up next week. Above average temperatures are now going to dominate, and the chills of the past week will be a distant memory very, very quickly. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be cloudy. It's a cloudy beginning to the long weekend, and there's going to be rain in it as well, right throughout northeastern New South Wales, pretty much north of Newcastle, the Greater Hunter region, all the way into southern Queensland, thanks to that big development over the Sunshine State that isn't seeing much of that. It is going to clear as we move towards the end of the long weekend, but all of your local long weekend weather details headed your way real soon.
Thank you, Gav. Ahead in the news, world leaders honour the heroes of D-Day.
And the storm that turned out to be of ladybugs.
Matt.
No. This way, buddy. Come on.
No.
The Secret Life of Pets 2.
Attention new Toyota buyers, it's the $10 million clearance event too good to miss. Over 200 new Toyotas sacrificed, demos and run-up models liquidated. 3 big days of incredible savings, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, only at Car of Toyota.
Scenics 2020 Europe Luxury River Cruising is out now, with flights included for all year, in all suites, on all rivers, on all cruises, in truly all-inclusive luxury. Call 138128 today.
Rug out for winter during Deco Rugs mid-year sale.
Handmade natural textures normally $6.99, cut to $3.99. Save $300.
Save up to 60% off all rugs store-wide. Sale ends Monday, don't miss out.
From selfies to the swipe right, streaming to Skype, 4G's been amazing. Imagine what you'll do with the new Samsung Galaxy S10 5G, first on Telstra.
Catalina, the region's newest and most exciting retirement village, is a vibrant seniors community with a limited number of spacious ground-level homes still available in Stage 1. Call in and see for yourself. catalinavillage.com.au.
Eds of Lochinvar present the R.M. Williams famous Comfort Craftsman boots, available in 6 colours: brown suede, black, dark tan, chestnut, rum and nutmeg. Available in-store and online at Eds of Lochinvar.